All right, the video you're about to watch is me kind of demonstrating on how to do the projector retrofit on a Cosmo or any older 90s model car that has the fluted lines in the headlight lens. So if you hold the headlight up or you look into the headlight and it's not clear and you see the lines going up and down or across, this will work for yours. You will have to take your headlight, put it in the oven, take the lens off, do all that kind of stuff. But this is pretty much what you got to do in order to get it done. I'm doing it on a Cosmo. At the end of it, I'll pretty much show you what it's going to look like. It's not finished. I'm kind of nitpicky. I want it to be perfect if I'm going to put it back together. So I'm going to take it to work and finish it. But I did do a kind of a mock-up assembly at the end. My bathroom, I didn't clean it. I'm going to clean it after. So don't judge. I got to clean up the water mess from all the sanding and waxing and polishing, but you'll get it. Either way, here we go. Back into the video. Anyway, this is what you're going to need. I got this at Harbor Freight. It comes with these little scoring pads. They're different grits. This is the 4 that I use, but it also comes with like 4 other little sanding discs that go on the end of this. You put it on your drill, and you're going to run these on the fluted lines. I just figured I'd throw this in there for reference. You might as well get 2 packs, 1 for each headlight. I just did 1 headlight for now. I'm doing the other headlight later. So here you go. Figured I'd add that in. Alright, so I'll probably throw this one in with another couple clips. But for doing the projector retrofit on the Cosmo or any JDM car that has like the fluted lines in them, wherever you're going to be putting the projector, you want that cleaned out. You want it clear. You can see that I got most of it out, but you're going to go at about a 60, and then an 80, a 120, a 240, and you're going to just grind at these fluted lines. Now I'm going to move the water away. You can see it's pretty clear. Now there's a couple spots that I did go a little bit too deep, so this is my first one I'm doing. So just be careful, take your time. If you do go too deep, you can sand it out, but I'm going to tell you, I've already did this headlight once, and I noticed like right here, you can see it's kind of deep, and you can feel it on your fingernail. There's another one that's right here, and another one's right here. When it's on the light itself, you don't notice it, but if you're going to this trouble to make it to where you have very good visible light, and you're doing the HIDs and the projectors, and honestly I was thinking about adding a LED bright light inside here on a projector to make it even more brighter. That way I'll have the projector and the LED high beam. But we'll get to that in a minute. But pretty much you're gonna grind down them flutes, and then you're gonna hit it with 300, 600, 800, 1200, 1500, 2000, 2500, 3000. And hopefully when you get done, it'll look good. Like I said, I had it doing good. It was ready to go, but I'm kind of being nitpicky. I don't like that scratch. So I'm gonna try to, I started back at 600 and now I'm at 1000, and I'm gonna keep sanding until I can work it out. I may hit that one spot with 600 again. I want it as good as possible, and I want it to be as best as I can get it. But after I get done doing this sanding, I'll show y'all what it looks like. Alright, so I did a little bit more of the sanding. I keep the water in there, that way I can wet sand a lot easier. If you notice, you can still kind of see a slight scratch right up in there. But I'm at the point where I feel like, let's dump the water out. Alright, water's dumped out. I feel like the little scratch that I'm seeing, you can see there's a little there, and maybe something in this corner. Yeah, I can slightly feel it. I feel like some of that's gonna blend out. That was using 600 grit sandpaper, and that looks pretty clear. That's with 600. So after we hit it with 1000, 1500, 2000 and 3000. We'll see how it looks. I don't want to do this again, but I'm thinking that we're pretty close to where we need to be for the projector to shine through. So here we go. Next step, 1000. It's very hard to get in here because the light is so narrow. So you can't really get that circular motion that you should. You can do it a little bit, but it takes so long because you have to do it by hand. Unless y'all can find a small buffing sanding wheel that's like a 1-inch that's with these heavy grit or these very light high number grits. But everything that I found were in the 200 range, and that's just not enough. So I'm gonna take the phone and put it down and try to put some more effort and hold this with the other hand. So I'll be back whenever we get this one done. I feel like I'm gonna be saying this a lot. So we just graduated from the 1000 grit. Now we're on to the 1500. Next will be 2000, and then we're just gonna jump to 3 because that's what I got. Then we're gonna buff the crap out of this. Hopefully my drill will be charged so we can get the buffer in here, but we're just gonna have to use the edge of the buffer, which that's gonna suck. But yeah, I went to Walmart and they didn't have a buff ball that was small. I couldn't find one in stock. And the Turtle Wax headlight kit, I was gonna buy that, but it just comes with sandpaper. So I want something that I can use as a buffing ball, but make do with what we got. Alright, so this is untouched. See how you can see through. This is the side that we've been sanding on. You see where the water is, it looks clear. That's pretty much what it would be if you was to buff it at this point or clear coat it. This is just with 2000. So we are going to go up to 3 and try to get it as clear as that. It's got a little bit of water inside of it, but 3000, here we go, and then we're gonna buff. All right, back at it again. So like I said, this is the untouched part, and this is the flute delete, where you gotta sand them down. Looks pretty clear. You can still see that I have like a scratch on the inside there and a scratch on the inside there. That is with, there's one there and there. This is with 3000 grit, and honestly, I could probably go back down to 600 or 800 and try to do them again, but my hand's going numb. So I'm going to go grab the headlight and the projector, kind of assemble it all and let y'all see what it will look like. But before that, I'm going to polish this because I forgot about that. So maybe some of the scratches won't be noticeable after it's polished. So yeah, let me go polish it and then we'll assemble it. All right, here we go. After a polish, we're going to shine this up. You can see the scratches are still there. I'm probably going to take this to work tomorrow. You don't notice it here, but I work at Volkswagen. I'll probably just get one of the guys that work next to me to sand it with one of their sanders, because they do taillights and headlights when they have scratches before we sell the vehicles. So yeah, I'll probably put a little dot, a China marker dot, that way I can see the scratches, but I'll knock this out tomorrow. But I'm gonna go ahead and lay the lens on top. These are the projectors I'm using. They're the soccer ball kind, and I'll go ahead and lay everything together, that way y'all can see the finished product. Technically not finished, but what it will look like. Alright, so here we go. There's the headlight. I can't turn my phone sideways or I'll lose most of the image, but there's what it looks like. I do not have the shroud on the projector because I have to trim it in order to clear the upper and the lower, but it gives you a good idea. I'll try to back up so I can get the full thing in the image. There we go. So should be pretty good. I might have to aim these a little bit different than how they're sitting, but that should clear the diffusers where we sanded it. But yeah, might have done a little bit too much, but I wish the factory projector in here was not orange, but it's a fog. But yeah, that should be looking pretty good, and I'll get another video when it's finished. My bad, I didn't have the projector in there angled right, so that's how it will actually sit, so it'll fit perfectly through the fluted area that we sanded down. I did black out the strip at the bottom instead of it being chrome, but yeah, here we go.